Welcome, fellow dreamers, and welcome to another special segment where today I would like to discuss inner child work. Now, the inner child is a form of both mine and Adama's shadow self that we have yet to fully explore and embrace because, it was mostly on me because I had some bad experiences with children in the past, and I was afraid that remaining part of my shadow self would personify into a child, and I didn't want any more trouble. So, I don't know, maybe I'll talk about that someday. I really don't want to make anything negative. I kind of want to keep things positive. But today we're going to be doing some inner child work, which I have thankfully found out is not quite what I was expecting. It's more so me and Adama re-embracing parts of nostalgia that have given us our initial powers, and parts of nostalgia that can easily raise our vibrations. Not quite sure how to properly word everything here. But anyways, me and Adama actually do have pretty much the exact same thing that makes us feel nostalgic. And that would be creativity and exploring creativity. There are other things too, like Adama does feel nostalgic and most at peace when he's in nature. But when he's making things by hand, it takes him back to a time when his mentor, Moon, had raised him and taught him everything he knew. For me, the thing that got me interested in creativity was also initially making things by hand, because I really like toys. I still like toys. And the idea of being able to make my own toys was something that excited and fascinated me. On top of that, I also really loved cartoons. And I loved my books as a child, my storybooks that Mom would read to me at night, and I liked being able to create my own stories. That also excited me. I liked the idea of being able to create, to make my favorite characters do whatever I wanted, whatever I wanted them to do, or give them the happy ending I thought they deserved when they didn't get one. My experience with my ex, as well as some other unfortunate experiences, have led to me kind of losing my creativity. And, I don't know, I just kind of started taking a break from it after what happened. And I started to go more into, spiritual work and soul searching. And now that I've done that, my guides really want me to take back what makes me me and bring some creativity to our channel. I have been, as you know, making things by hand, mostly crochet. And I've been trying to sell it on Etsy. Nobody really seems to want it, though. I don't know. Maybe it's taking me a while to get noticed. I got a lot of digital circus merch. I thought for sure that would explode. But yeah, recently I have been hitting some inspiration for some stories. And it's actually brought this in here to show everybody. It's my sketchbook. Sketching has also kind of helped me get back into the rhythm of things. So initially my plan was to read stuff from my old fan fiction accounts, my DeviantArt, my Wattpad. I'd covered the book from my childhood that went missing. I drew my guides, which was fun. I considered drawing like fan art of them and just kind of, I don't know, doing like a Emily Artful type of thing where I sketch and then talk about, I don't know, anything. Because I don't really have a place to post fan art anymore, which kind of sucks. I used to post on DeviantArt, but DeviantArt has just taken a downfall, like a nosedive, and it's so is Tumblr. I just don't know. They're both run by children now. It's just it's not a place where you can be expressive anymore. It's not a place where you can, and like anything I put up there isn't getting the same amount of attention it used to get. And I tried doing what all the other artists do and go to Twitter, which I didn't think that would work at all, but which I was right, it didn't. Twitter is not a good platform for art. I mean, it's a social media website and your content will get buried. So yeah, this one, we're gonna go through them actually. This one was my first creepypasta. I planned on reading that on camera. Let me know if you do still want me to read some of my old content. I was gonna do it just to kind of get my inspiration back in drive, but, some of it was written when I was, 16 and not on my medication, and, I was a bit erratic. My plots were all over the place. I was using a lot of cringy, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Cliches. The Bewitched creepypasta was full of them, but at the same time, it was my first artistic post to the internet, and, it was my first, it just has a special place in my heart, even though nobody really seemed to like it. I don't know, if you want me to read it, I will. I had another creepypasta based off of, the Hooded Claw from Penelope Pitstop. And kind of sketching these also kind of got me back into the swing of things. Had a lot of Mal creepypastas, and other Mal stories that I thought were... I used to be a Mal simp when I was 16. I was like... Oh my gosh. Like, that's why part of me is, like, rereading some of my old stuff, because it's like, I look back at it now and I'm like, oh my gosh, I was such a teenager back then. Yeah, I had a lot of Total Drama creepypastas. This one was called, I think I called it Black Wedding, but it was based off of, the Carl Tanzler story, where he, it basically revolves around Dave accidentally killing Sky and then digging her back up. And it was just, I don't know, it was disturbing. I mean, it was supposed to be disturbing. It's a horror story. I thought that one was good. I was proud of that one, actually. I think it did its job being scary. Then there was this one where I had a couple of creepypastas revolving around Jock and Jose from Redonkulous Race. One where Jose takes Loki's foot and to replace her other rabbit's foot, and another one where she like kills Kitty. Ooh, okay. Gosh, I hate it when they're sideways and I gotta turn them around. Because I did like plan to read these on stream, but now I'm rethinking it since I got like other ideas in mind. But yeah, here's this one was called Cottage Fever, and it was basically a fanfic where because I was trying to jump on that My Little Pony market because it was blowing up at the time. It was basically a fanfic revolving around Fluttershy getting rabies. Gosh. And then there's Broken Matt. This one revolved around, you know, also Eddsworld was popular at the time. Seemed to cause me more harm than good. Though it seemed like the Eddsworld haters would flock to me rather than, I don't know, like, dare I try to do anything different. But yeah, that's where I go back into the advice of live for you, live for yourself, not for other people. And that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm trying to remember that as I post. Like, even as I post my YouTube content and it's not getting a lot of interaction, I'm trying to remember I'm not doing this for them. I'm doing this for me. But, you know, it is disheartening at the same time. But yeah, this one revolved around Ed dying and then Matt snapping and trying to create Eddsworld in real life by, you know, taking Tom's eyes, building a doll of Ed, and then, you know, causing Tord to snap and beat Tom up. Ooh, I had this one. This one was also kind of cringy, but, I don't know, I still have, like, a soft spot for this one. This was I don't know if you've ever seen Junjo Romantica. It's an anime. But it revolves around, Usagi, the white-haired one, venturing into Okigahara after being bullied online. And then Misaki having to come to his rescue. I had a Dan versus creepypasta that I thought was pretty good. Oh, I had a Harley Quinn creepypasta where, Harley kills Batgirl. Again, another Bewitched story. This one wasn't a creepypasta, though. This one was, I was gonna read the entirety of one of my fanfics called Broken Hearted Clown. Where it kind of delves deep into the character of Uncle Arthur. It kind of delves deep into his life and his daily life and all that, and his struggles. You know, I take takes on stories that I just don't think anybody else thinks of because I haven't seen it anywhere else, you know? Okay, I, had a few Joker, Harley love stories that I wanted to do. Kind of on the fence about them because, I don't know, I mean, I think the stories were good, but at the same time, I don't know. I mean, I see Harley as, like, an abuse survivor, and I can only see my ex in the Joker's position. Drew this Vivsy Pop style, but I did have a Game of Thrones AU written up that I wanted to narrate. Yeah, because I did initially write these stories with the hopes that they would get narrated someday, and, I don't know, just nobody seemed to notice them, so I thought, you know, and Adama actually said, well, hey, why don't we narrate them, you know, like, I can make your dreams come true. Your dream was to get your stories and stuff narrated, your comics narrated, well, why don't I do it? So, yeah, we're gonna probably narrate some of these. I don't know if I want to. Let me know if you want me to focus on the newer content, or if you do want me to go back and read some of the older content. But this one basically was a, like an AU of Game of Thrones, where instead of being raised by, Ned Stark, Jon was raised by Daenerys and Viserys. And he goes by Aegon the Free in this one. And I think it was a really good story. It involves Tyrion going psycho. I just thought it was a good story. Then I had a couple of sad Fluttercord stories that I thought were good, but nobody seemed to recognize them from the fanfic narration community. And maybe that's because I was posting them on DeviantArt and they only read stuff off of FemFiction, but I didn't feel like making a FemFiction. I had some Beavis and Butthead sad stories that I thought were good. Drew a general cover for some of these. Okay, I will admit that I did that I did do this one just for the sake of, just for the hopes of bringing in some, Loki fangirls, but, you know, it didn't take off again, and, you know, which kind of surprises me, because I thought Loki was a bit of a cash cow on, Wattpad. But I had a story where, Loki and the Joker hook up. And as you notice, I did dress the Tom Hiddleston Loki in Ragnarok Loki's outfit, for those of you who are Record of Ragnarok fans. I had a Septiplier story that also wasn't real well received. And by not well received, I mean, like, I wasn't getting hate or anything, it just, nobody was looking at it, you know? Okay, so this one I'm definitely going to do on stream. I wanted to explain, I wrote this, story called Untouchable, and this one is doing well on Wattpad. This one has, I think it's at 300k views now, but, it's, like, pretty high. It might be 4k, I don't know. But either way, it's blowing up, and, but still, nobody's narrated it yet, so I figured maybe I should narrate it. It might be fun. So, there was a reason I was going to do this, though. My biggest plan is because I had some new content that I wanted to explore posting on here. But I wasn't sure if I should do this content in comic form, or if I should just write a story about it, like, post it elsewhere, and then narrate it. So, you know, like, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read Untouchable. It's got a total of 4 chapters. And also, I am going to do dubs of 4 of what in my opinion, are my best comics. In, like, unison, kind of intermittently. And I'm gonna see which one does better. You know, like, intermittently between, tarot readings, of course. So I'll probably have usual segments in their specific order. Angel Solves Mysteries, Lemurian Healing Messages, Dragon Therapy, Hope for the Future, Ancestral Messages, and then Chapter of Untouchable and a comic dub. And I'm gonna see which one is, like, seems to be better received, and then whichever one's better received, I'm going to primarily use that to do my, to explore my new forms of art. Some of them I'm not sure what to do with, but some of them are, you know, like some of them, like, but some of them are, like, some of them are fixed, like, some of them I can only do comics with, like, I actually forgot, I had, like, a couple of original projects in here, but, some of them I can only do comics with, and some of them I can only do narrations with. Like, the ARGs I have planned, those are going to have to be comics, because I'm going to need the visual effects for them to... Like, I'm going to need a minimal amount of visual effects for them to be immersive. I have one ARG planned. I have another one planned that's still kind of in the works. Like, the characters are still being designed and everything. But, oh, I didn't touch on what Untouchable was about. So, Untouchable basically revolves around Angel. It's a radio dust relationship, right? And, you know, Alistair basically won't, be intimate with Angel, and that causes Angel, insecurities to the point of where he develops an eating disorder. It actually came to me in a dream. So, I also had one that was called, Hell of a Autopsy, that revolves around, you know, human Hell of a Boss characters performing an autopsy on a human Alistair. But, I don't know about this one. At the same time, I was probably gonna reuse this cover, but, I had another cover planned where I was going to read my vent fic on my past abusive relationship, which is called Cut the Strings. I don't know if I should reuse this cover or not. No, I definitely shouldn't reuse this cover. I'm gonna make a new cover for that. But, you know, that one was kind of ignored. I'm definitely gonna dub Nightshade. I think Nightshade was good. I didn't bring the book for that one in here, though. I should have brought the book for... I had some character designs for, one of my, characters back there. Danny's whining, sorry. I had some, character designs for another show I was working on called Siren's Curse. And I didn't, that one's gonna be a fanfic, but, you know, I was gonna show the character designs at least, and I also had the Nightshade cover in another book. But, Nightshade basically revolves around, you know, it's like a dark aftermath of, Stolas and Blitz's breakup, where Stolas goes insane. So Seeing Red, this is another story that I poured my heart and soul into. And, barely got any views. Barely received. But, it basically revolves around Tord from Ed's World. Why he left, you know, but like a more realistic depiction of it. His need for revenge, and, you know, him snapping, all of that. And then it's kind of a will they, won't they, if Tom will be able to stop him or not. Okay, so then I had a story revolving around Adam from Hazbin Hotel, like, in his, like, being reincarnated as a sinner. But, I did, like, I gave him, like, a dragon design, kind of regretting making the horns on his face red, because he kind of has a Pikachu look now. I like the dragon. I based his color palette off of Sunfire from House of the Dragon, though. Because, I noticed a lot of people did make Adam a dragon, which, you know, I do like the idea of Adam being a dragon, but at the same time, I didn't want to just make him purple, because everybody made him purple. I didn't want to make him black either, because it would clash with his hair and his outfit. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep... I like the dragon design. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it or not. I think I want to reroute and turn him into a bat instead of a dragon. But I'm not sure. Let me know what you think. Some feedback would be appreciated. This is one of these ones where I'm not sure if I'm going to turn it into a fanfic or not, but, yeah. I also made a hellhound design of him, too. I like the dragon design better, that's why I'm going for more of a bat design. Okay, so here's like a original My Little Pony project I had in mind. And I'm actually want to bring this one to life, kind of somewhat out of spite, because when I told it to my ex, he kind of crapped all over it and said I shouldn't do it. So I'm about to go screw you and do it anyway. But this one revolves around the mysterious Saddle Arabia and stars the character of Hufar. And it's also going to be like a Muffins-esque kind of creepypasta take on it. It's inspired by Muffins. It's not going to be... Not Muffins. Why the fuck? Oh, why did I say Muffins? Cupcakes. Okay, it's not going to be like Muffins where it's inspired, where it's just pretty much a continuation of Cupcakes or a knockoff of Cupcakes. It's going to be its own thing. But yes, here's it revolves around Hufar. He's gonna be the main character. I wanted to do, kind of inspired by Power Snuffed, I wanted to do like a Ed, Edd and Eddy take on Power Snuffed, where, the story will revolve around, I did use like a Vivzy pop style for this one, so it kind of fit in line with Ed, Edd and Eddy's old style, but had more of a darker tone to it. But this is Eddie, all grown up. And it's basically gonna be like a darker take on the Big Picture show where, like, the big scam goes horribly wrong and kills everybody, including Double D and Ed. So then it's just up to, so then Eddie, like, he, having nowhere else to go, he goes to his big brother, and his brother forces him into a life of crime. And to make matters worse, hallucinations of Ed and Double D still come back to haunt Eddie every now and then. That came to me in a dream, by the way. A lot of these came to me in dreams. They were either inspired by historical events, inspired by real events, like my past traumas, or, like Untouchable was. Or they're, inspired by dreams. So, this is an Invader Zim one. It's also came to me in a dream. It's a darker take on Enter the Florpus, where, Zim completely snaps after finding out what the Telos really think of him. And, he goes on a rampage. Part of opening the Florpus hole involves him killing Gaz and Dr. Membrane. Yeah, that's one I can't... It also goes, like, back into Zim's past and what happened with impending doom. So, yeah. So, here's what I got here. This is for my ARG that I mentioned that y'all know about. But my ARG revolving around the cemetery coming to life and, the corpses trying to embalm whoever they catch. So I didn't just want to go for your standard Vivzy pop art style. Oh, excuse me. Because I've been drawing I've either been drawing in Vivzy pop or some kind of anime style, and I'm trying to I've developed my own style, kind of, like you've seen it on the tarot cards I made for Adama, but I just don't think it stands out enough for an ARG. It just kind of, I've tried to put a lot of elements that I like from other styles together. Which I'll do a separate video on that another time, but, I wanted to, this style here is inspired... I haven't designed the characters for this ARG yet, but, like, I've got their character traits in mind and how I want to design them, but I haven't, like, drawn their designs yet. I've been trying to get a feel for, like, this style that I wanted to mimic. So this style is inspired by, I don't know if y'all have seen Cabin Fever 2. Cabin Fever 2, out of all the Cabin Fever movies, is my favorite of all of them, because I find it the most disturbing. Which that is what I'm looking for in a horror movie. To be disturbed, to be scared. I mean, come on, that's why we watch horror movies, right? To be scared, to be disturbed. That's why I can't stand it when a lot of them try to be comedic. So, I thought Cabin Fever 2 was good because it did its job. It was scary, it was disturbing, it was disgusting, but it wasn't like disgusting in a way that was trying to be funny. It was disgusting in a way that was really, really messed up. Which is what made the movie so effective. And, you know, I feel like a lot of people don't appreciate that. Because I've been looking at reviews on Cabin Fever 2, and everybody's just like, oh, well, it's gross, so it's bad. Or blah, blah, blah. And they also don't mention the beginning and end of the movie, which is what fueled making it so disturbing. Because the other two movies in the trilogy didn't do this. And, you know, Cabin Fever 2 was the only movie to do this. But they had this Schoolhouse Rock-looking cartoon opening with a catchy song, and, you know, same, they closed it with a catchy song and a cartoon ending. And the reason that, for me, and I feel like people just don't appreciate that element of horror, the thing that made it so creepy for me is it made me feel like I had seen something. It made me feel like a kid again, first of all, and then it made me feel like I saw something, because I was a teenager at the time. It made me feel like I saw something as a kid that I was not supposed to see. Kind of had that Robot Chicken creepypasta Lost Episodes effect on me. And I wanted to capture that. You know, I highly recommend Cabin Fever 2, by the way, if you're looking for a good scare or a good disturbing movie to just really make you just not, like, just squirm out of your seat, you know? I wanted to capture that feeling in this ARG. So I decided to utilize the style of the Cabin Fever opening and closing. So what I did was I drew the different variants of eyes I've saw in the cartoon, the different variants of heads, head shapes, to help me put together character designs. And I also drew the different variants of bodies and the clothing that best showed off their body type. Oh, and I did the noses too up here. You can't see the noses that well. Let me move closer. The noses. Come on, bud, get off. But yeah, sorry, birds attract moths. But yeah, that, I'm looking forward to designing these characters. I have another one planned, another ARG planned that I'm probably going to end up using the Vivzy Pop style for that one. Not entirely sure yet. So now, I want to get into a very special form of inner child work. We are going to be, we're going to show you how to make a totem. Now, this is basically me and Adama combining different forms of inner child work. pick this up, actually, because I don't want it to get dirty. But we're going to be making a totem. Now, this is, now, this is something that Moon taught Adama how to do. Where, let me get my supplies out here. We're going to be making a totem out of clay. And be using these. We're going to be making a totem out of clay. But not just any totem. We're going to be making something that I've made in the past, actually. Now, let me explain what a totem is. A totem is something you make out of clay. Now, I'm going to describe the properties of clay. Clay has, it has a connection to the earth, for one. So it's like a crystal, but it's like a crystal you can turn into something, you know? And it has connections to the earth, obviously. It helps you get grounded. And it helps you... I'm trying to get all my tools together here. It also, like, helps with, like, rebirth and renewal. So I'm going to be making a totem. It's best to use your totem animal, aka your spirit animal, for a shape, but you can construct it into anything you want. Now, I will be saying also that I made something similar. Like, oh, before I do this, your totem is not, like, in itself full power. It brings out your inner power. It awakens your inner power, hence why it's best to use your totem animal. It utilizes your power from your core, and it helps awaken it and bring it out. So, while you're doing this, it is important to think of the positives you want in life, you know? Like, what do you want? Like what do you want? What do you want this totem to be? And it will awaken that power within you, and it will power that totem. I'm gonna show you a more in-depth example. But, you know, I do want to... I'm gonna go ahead and get these open while I explain this, but, maybe start kneading some of them. But I also made something similar to this when I was in intensive therapy. We were making these little felt creations, out of, they were, we made it out of felt, and then we hot glued them together. It looked really shoddy. It was art therapy, but I had my own problems with the art teacher that's neither here nor there, but, for one thing, she kept not showing up. And I didn't get a lot of art therapy, even though I needed it the most. Which I don't know why she kept not showing up. She only worked one day out of the week. Anyways, I did think that one art class, that one she did, was effective. You know, because it was like literally the only one she did. But, she did this art class. And she had us make these things. And, we were gonna stuff, like, we were stuffing them with something. We would stuff them with the scraps as well, you know. And we would stuff them with, this little paper, which we would be given special scrapbooking paper. I managed to find one with a butterfly on it, which was ironic because I also chose to shape, because she said to make it any shape we want. It was supposed to be like a motivational thing. So I put mine in the shape of a butterfly because Hope has always given me inspiration and motivation to keep going. I should have brought my scissors in here. Maybe it'll be fine once I need it. But I made a pink and blue butterfly, so I'm going to recreate this here. And I stuffed it with the saying, like I came up with a phrase uniquely. But I said to myself, because it's true, it applies to both me and Adama, you know? I said, you are more worthy, like you are worthy, what exactly did it say? I remember what it was. You are worth more than you tolerated. Which is true. I am worth more, like, so is Adama. We both tolerated so much from so many people who did not deserve it. And we were endlessly loyal to people who did not deserve our loyalty. We were endlessly kind to people who did not deserve our kindness, and it didn't do anything other than drain us, and it led to Adama's death in his first life, and it almost led to my death, and just, left me feeling drained. Like, it just left both of us feeling drained. So this is just, I'm gonna create a nicer version of that for my totem. But where the saying, okay, I got these stamps over here because my handwriting is horrible. Like it's A through Z. And we're gonna do this. First comes first, blue represents Adama. Gonna start molding him. The blue represents the divine masculine. Gosh, this clay is rock hard when you first get it out. Oh my gosh. Don't know if I'm gonna be able to mold this on camera the entire time. I'm gonna try to, though. Come on, be soft, get soft. Oh my gosh. Once I mess around with it enough, it'll get softer. But, the divine masculine, formerly my shadow self, my protector, my armor, my healer, it's getting there. Blue, ironically enough, is actually my favorite color. Started out being my favorite color. I'd say my favorite color is rainbow now. Is that cheating? I mean, there's really not a color I don't like. They're all pretty. Yeah, it's getting there. Almost, just a little more. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh, don't mix this with, slime. Hated slime. I like a lot of sensory things, but I don't like getting stuff all over me. This is not very particularly fun for me right now, but, just because I don't like to, it stinks. Gosh, I know it won't stink once I've cooked it, but it stinks right now. Okay. This is, but yes, protector. This is what a man should be. This is what a real man looks like. Even if he no longer has male parts, this is what a real man looks like. Somebody who loves, protects, someone who fixes problems, someone who would never purposefully harm their partner. Not that Adama's even harmed me by accident, though. I mean, our minds are kind of connected, so there's no room for misunderstanding. Pink. Whoo, it's hard as a rock. The divine, the representation of me. The divine feminine. The nurturer. Loyalty, which I mean, Adama has loyalty too, but still. Also a protector. In a gentler way. Loves unconditionally. Even when she shouldn't. Kind of something that needs to be stopped. She needs her eyes opened to what the world really is. She needs to stop letting people walk all over her. She's beautiful, but insecure. She doesn't think she's beautiful, but she is. She needs to see her beauty. She needs to see her worth. The divine masculine tries to get her to see her worth, but she's just too humble. And that has to stop. She really is a delicate flower. She needs to be protected. She needs to be nurtured. She always does the nurturing, but sometimes she wants the nurturing too. She wants the same unconditional love she dishes out. She desires to help people even though they don't deserve it. She knows she should let the human race just fall to their own devices. But she can't bring herself to do it. She's just too nurturing. Too protective. She's also intuitive. They both are. She sees things in her dreams. She has a connection to nature. She has a connection to animals. Primarily dragons. They give her prophetic dreams. Now, for the new color. Purple. Together, blue and pink make purple. Together, the divine feminine and the divine masculine make the violet flame. Their core, the source of their power. Power is a double-edged sword. It's the power of not only their words, but the power of their energy. They can either heal, or they can bring harm, depending on the nature of who it's being used on. The violet flame cleanses. The violet flame burns away all evil. All impurities. And by impurities, I don't mean what makes us uniquely us, things that society wouldn't agree with. By impurities, I mean pure evil. Things that make a man abuse his wife. things that make someone abuse a helpless animal, things that make a friend turn on their best friend and try to destroy them and put them in unsafe positions, things that make somebody, just people that you can't even call people because they would rather intentionally inflict harm on you than just try to be peaceful. Oh gosh, it hardens back up when it becomes... I'm gonna roll them all out, hold on. This is hard. The divine masculine. Need the feminine a little more. I have to be very careful and deliberate here because I will just end up making brown mud if I'm not careful. Is that the same length? Fuck. How? Did they put more blue clay in here than they did pink clay? I thought they were all the same. Can't see you. There we are. Already starting to feel a ton better. I wonder how long this video is going to be. Whee! Sorry I'm not like doing this on camera, but I don't want them to stick together. Whew. If y'all want to make your own totems, I'd really like to see you, you know, like you know the rules, and I'd like to see you make your own videos of this and, I don't know, share them with me. Come on, I want to interact. Violet flame. Okay. Now, let me roll each one out a little bit more, make it thinner. Don't you dare break. Okay. Son of a bitch. And a matrimony, more holy and pure than most. The divine feminine and the divine masculine embrace, conjoined forever by the violet flame. Gosh, come on. Here we are. Put my mold together. Yes. All the way to the center. Come on, blend, blend, blend. Blend, blend, blend. Oh, that's perfect. Everything all stuck together. Can't blend it too much or it will turn into mud. Whee! I totally should have brought some scissors. I don't have any scissors though. I also should have brought a damn rolling pin in here. Fuck. We'll have to make do with what I have. Don't want it too flat. It's gonna be a little thick. Okay, what side should I use? That one's pretty, but this is hard. They're both pretty. This one has a more... This side's prettier, though. Okay, we'll go with this side. Alright. Just gonna take this tool. Actually, I think I can do this without having to do that. Hold on. This is gonna be way too big. Maybe not. Maybe not. And just kind of pinch that down. And we're going to do the same to this side. Okay. So it has a butterfly shape. Oh, that's definitely going to be too big. Okay, I'm going to have to half this. Okay. It's going to be too big for me to wear. Okay, put this one over here, actually. So I'm going to flatten it out again. And hopefully this time it will be a more acceptable size. You don't want it too big or too heavy, you know. You want it sturdy but not heavy. Okay. better. Tons. Okay. Perfect. That's much better. Alrighty. Less looking at this side brings me more comfort than the other side. Okay. Trying to think of how I should best do this. Okay. Gonna carve the details in. Okay. Trying to get everything molded down here. I should have just sucked it up and got some clay tools, shouldn't I have? Okay. Try to... I'm gonna try to pinch it up a little more. Fuck. Just flatten the wings out just a tad more. Woo! Oh, it's looking good. And... oh, it looks so good. Woo! Okay. Tricky as hell. I'll be honest, I don't work with clay that often. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Okay. Do I have a smaller... So we've got this. I am going to kind of go around it like that, though. Just kind of outline the details. Then I drop everything because I always drop everything. Okay. Smooth them out with my hand just a tad. Nice. Ah, it looks so good. Okay. Then I'm gonna put some detail here. It's the details that are the hard part. Damn. Gentle details. And one more there. There we go. Some more detail on the head. Back. And there's that. Okay. Now, I'm gonna stick a hole because I want to wear her, you know. Big hole. We'll show the aftermath of this once she's baked. So I want to wire wrap her thing, so I want it to look kind of like her antennas. Okay. Now, here comes the tricky part. Hope these letters aren't too big. And of course, you gotta be a bitch to open. I understand why I gotta child-proof everything. Damn. Ow. Okay. Oh my gosh. So, just gonna break all these. Before I engrave it. Then I gotta bake it later. Hold on. Let me get all the letters I'm gonna need. That will be easier. What are you? That's an L, right? E. A. Sports. To the game. W. There's this M. That's M. Wait, I need the M. It's a 3. 1. Okay, find W now. Fuck. I think this one's L. Which one did I put over here? I don't know what that is. So I I need that one. I can't remember if this one is R or S. Oh, found the T. Oh, H. Wait, why are there 2 T's? Don't know where the Y is. Oh, there's R. Okay, one of these ones I threw back must have been the Y. Oh. That's P. Let me look at the wood part. I can see what that is. I should have got the cursive font. I'm about to just stick some angel numbers in here or something. Maybe I picked it up and didn't realize it. H. Oh wait, I did pick up the Y. Never mind. Okay. Okay, there's our U. I hope everything fits. I think it's gonna fit. Where the hell did the A go? I just had it. Or there you are. All right. And where's the E? I know I saw it over here. W, where are you? If I feel like I don't know if I should leave this more subliminal or if I should go in and paint these later. Where'd the O go? Why can't things just stay visible? Oh. Okay. Looks like the butterfly's about to have some body text. Where'd the T? T? Did I spill it? You know what? I think this is an F. Give me like 2 seconds. That is a capital F. I don't know how I missed that. There we are. Okay. Where'd the H go? Try to parse this too hard because I don't want to flatten it out. Okay. This one, the M. Yep. Whew, it's hot in here. Oh my gosh, it's so hot in here. Where's the H? Where's the H? Where's the H? There you are. Where's the N? Whew. We're almost done. I didn't want to have to paint it just because I wanted the clay to be as natural as possible. Whoops, wrong side. Gosh. Oh, I've got such a bad headache now. Trying to focus though so I don't misspell anything. No, I brought an L over here. Oh, fuck. Okay. Why is it like you barely touch it and it gets a scratch on it, and then you try to put a stamp in it and it doesn't show? Oh. Okay. Now, I'm going to put some fun markings on it at the bottom here where it's barren. Go use. Why did that thing I pulled out? There it is. Okay. Just gonna kind of. this totem to be, I'm going to state my intention, I want this totem to be a shield that shields me from all negativity, that helps me block out, that shields negativity of the past when past trauma tries to come up, that shields me from the negativity of other people who want to bring me down. And that shields me, that keeps my vibration high, and that protects my peace and my happiness, that helps me appreciate the blessings I have rather than mourning what I've lost endlessly. And with that, our totem is nearly complete. I still have to bake it. I still have to wire wrap it. I will update you on how the totem is doing in the next video. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell, and if you would like to book a personal reading with me, please visit Dragon Realm Boutique, where I've also been selling some handmade crochet items and some divination tools and various other goodies. Until next time, fellow dreamers.